Why would I do that?
I don't know.
Good morning and welcome to Distracted Thoughts. I'm Aaron here with my friend Dathan. Dathan, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I am doing great this morning.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
Getting things
Yeah, I
in.
didn't adjust before we sat down, so
Well, because we were talking.
we were talking.
And then-
Imagine that, we talk.
Well, and we were starting in, and it's like, wait. If we're going to talk about this, let's just
Yeah.
hit the button. So, how's Dathan? How's
Dathan's
things?
good. Dathan's good.
Yeah.
Exciting things going on in life right now, and
Yeah.
it's things are starting to play out.
Yeah.
how-
Closer.
Closer to what we were hoping for. So,
yeah, that's good. I mean, I say that's good. That's good for you. I'll be honest. It's a little sad for me, but
well, we'll definitely have to make make it more of a priority to hang out more.
yes.
Right now, we take it for granted. Well,
Yeah.
we get busy every week and we do this once a week, but I don't hang out with anyone during the week.
Yeah.
All the weekends.
I was actually thinking about, like, so we're settled into the house. Things are done there. We're starting to. And then, but like this weekend, same thing. We're gonna be gone. I actually moved. So yesterday and today packed. I had 8 scheduled yesterday. I saw 7. 1 didn't show. Thank goodness. And I mean that because I've fried.
Yeah, 8 in a day is a lot.
Well, today I have the same.
Wow.
2, 3, 7. So I have 7 today, which normally I don't. But because I moved people off of Friday to be able to go, James is a senior. His team made the playoffs. And so we're driving 8 hours down south to go watch
That's almost Boise, man.
Pocatello.
Yeah, so.
yeah. We're going to Pocatello.
Wow.
Just outside we're actually got a hotel room in Pocatello for Friday night. So we're not even, like, we'll come home Saturday, but we're not even sure what time we're going to get home on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, even if you leave out at 9, 10 o'clock, I mean, you're 6 o'clock, your dinner time getting home,
Yep.
and you're going to be spent from driving.
Yep.
So.
We bought a Costco chicken pot pie and said, hey, Sophie, because she's staying home. Hey, Sophie, we'll call you when we're like an hour and a half out.
Yeah.
You can throw the pot
There you
pie
go.
in, because I'll tell you what, after the summer of not having a kitchen and eating out as much, we are just tired of the fast food.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Yeah.
That is not. I mean, we were talking this morning. We accepted an offer on the house.
Yeah.
It will be. We'll sign papers today on the offer, and then it'll be a little over a month before closing. But I know that transition when we get to almost closing.
Yeah.
We're going to be transitioning into the RV, and it's going to be a lot of just like fast food dinners, stopping at Super One Deli, just whatever we can to get some food in us, because we're not going to be cooking.
Right.
On top of that, we've got to, we've done it before, but it's a big transition from cooking in a full kitchen to cooking in an RV kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, half of our pans and stuff won't even fit in the oven in this RV.
Well, you have to be very intentional with what you're going to use. You have to be, like, everything actually has to have a purpose. It can't be an every now and then kind of thing. It has to be, we use this or we don't. Is this something we're actually going to? So
it'll y'all are getting out of that transition, and we're gonna be going into that transition.
Right.
And that's one thing about it is I enjoy my home cooked meals.
Mm-hmm.
I like the convenience of fast
Your
food. We
wife
talked
is
about
a
this
good
before. She is a
cook.
good cook. She's a great cook.
Yeah.
And it was funny, little story. So last night, she has improv on Wednesday nights.
Okay.
So she goes down to Sandpoint. She leaves at the house at 4:15. So she goes down to Sandpoint they do the practices on Wednesday nights. They've got another show coming up in November. So Wednesday nights, I either cook dinner or we grab something or something simple or something like that. Well, last night Garrett's like, I'm going to cook.
Okay.
I was like, cool.
Good.
So he's cooking tater tot casserole. So he goes in there and he gets the meat going, and he's like, he looks for you put cream mushroom and cream of chicken in there, and he's looking for it, and we don't have any.
Uh-oh.
Alexis bought it at the store. We think she might have left that bag and she didn't bring it home. So she's already left.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, the meat is brown and the cheese is shredded. And I'm like, and she's like, just make it homemade. Just make cream of anything soup homemade. And I'm like, all right, I don't do this, guys. So she sends me a recipe. So I'm in there like trying to follow this recipe. It turned out amazing. It turned out great. It's not difficult. It's super easy. You know, it's some milk and cornstarch and some spices and butter.
Yeah.
I mean, it's super, super, super simple. But
it was just the fact that your wife is like, oh yeah, just do it this way.
And she had it saved on her phone. She just like sent it to me, and I was like, oh, okay. And we are definitely an ingredient household because my wife is a good cook.
Yeah.
So like we have this love-hate relationship with our ingredient household because like we don't want. Sometimes you just want to go and grab something and throw it in the microwave or just grab it out of the refrigerator and eat it or grab it at a cat. But we don't keep those things. Like we don't keep snacks and stuff. So it's everything you got to make.
Yeah.
So
we do a little bit of that just because, well, like I said, James leaves the house at 6:30 in the morning, and so we'll have some. You know, we'll have not granola bars, kind of like granola bars, quick stuff like that. Protein milk, you know, I'm trying to keep, stuff like that. But other than that, we're a ingredient household ourselves. We try not to do a lot of snack stuff. Microwave popcorn is probably our biggest snacky
I love
food.
that snack, and we don't ever keep it in the house.
No?
It's because when we buy it, we go through it. We eat it. We'll eat a bag that night.
Yeah.
Garrett will eat a bag that night by himself.
Yeah.
And so like a 6-pack, we'll go through it in 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's gone almost instantly. So
no, we go through, it's generally Friday night is Great British Baking Show, and so we'll have a bag of popcorn while we're watching the Great British Baking Show, and then maybe one on Saturday, and then we'll hold off. But we always buy the 18 packs. Yeah, we always buy the big ones because
we started watching with the kids. Is It Cake?
Oh yeah.
The cake baking show and everything where they design it to make it look realistic, and that's a cool show.
I watched an ad for that where one of the lady judges went to sit down on her chair.
And the whole chair was cake?
And the whole chair was cake.
These people are amazing. Like you can't see it. Like they did head sculptures from Star Wars.
Okay.
And what they would do is they would make one as cake, and then they would have 3 dummies up there that are plastic. Mm-hmm. So what they would do is they would have the plastic dummies, and they would make the cake to look like them. And almost nobody got it right. Like it was like everybody, and they have to judge it from like 10 feet away.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You can't be up on it judging it, but I mean, even 10 feet away, it's pretty close. Yeah. You would think you'd be able to tell it was a cake or not, and you can't. These people are amazing at what they do. So
I watched some of that. I've watched the ads for it, seen some episodes. This sounds bad. I'm always a skeptic of those kind of shows, right up until my wife starts watching them, and then I'm like, "What you watching?
Yep.
What's going on? And then
you get interested all of a sudden.
Right? and then it's like, hey, don't watch the next episode without me. Yep. And she curses. I mean, not. Yeah. She's like, I wish you wouldn't get interested in my shows.
That's funny.
What? What do you mean? I thought we were sharing. I thought this was bonding time. No, because then I can't finish it because you won't let me watch it without you. Well, stop watching interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Just admit that you like it. Nope, I won't. I'm not going to. We were talking a little bit this morning, what actually kind of why we jumped on and hit the button. And we were talking about something interesting and, just kind of, I just want to play the thoughts out a little bit. So we're talking about social media, right?
Yep.
We're talking about, thinking about YouTube, Instagram, all those things that have the upvote, downvote, the like, dislike, and they're everywhere. One of the books that it all started with, you've heard the website Quora?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it started basically on Quora, basically upvoting, downvoting, that kind of stuff. And so we were talking about that a little bit, and what if you had to wear a badge that let people upvote and downvote
in real life?
In real life. Like,
social. What was it? What were we going social, like a social credit score?
Yeah, that's basically. I have some thoughts about that because it's being tried, but I want to know what you think about it because, well, you are in touch with influencers.
Mm-hmm.
Part of your job description, part of the things that you've done before, you deal with people that's what they do. Their whole job is to get clicks, get likes, get that kind of stuff. And so you have a more personal touch on it. But what if you had to be the one that they were upvoting or clicking on? What would that look like?
So I think that so my experience with influencers is it's not all of them, but I'd say 75% of people I've dealt with are not the personality they have online.
Okay.
Like, not at all.
Right.
Like, I deal with an outdoor influencer who does product reviews on camping gear and tents and anything you can imagine outdoors. Backpacks, boots, everything, right? He's been doing it for years. He's got like 325,000 followers or something like that on Instagram. Talking to him, I did like a little like Zoom meeting with him or whatever. This guy lives in town, in a cul-de-sac, in a nice little spec home.
Yeah.
Wears a button up and slacks every single day to work. Drives like a BMW. Like he's like, that's just a persona I created. And it's because he's got like a beard.
Okay.
And he looks rough. You know what I mean?
Put on that personality.
So he puts on that personality. But in real life, he's not that at all. So like, so just seeing things like that. And he's like, when he reviews products and stuff, he's knowledgeable about all of it, but he doesn't use these in his daily life. You know what I mean? He drives up to his house and hits a button, opens the garage door and drives the car and closes it behind it. You know what I mean? He's not out in the woods all the time. He does most of his videos shot there's a park behind his house that has a wooded area. He shoots most of his videos in there, and you would think he's out in the middle of the wilderness, and he's in the middle of a neighborhood. So moving that to reality and in person, I think you would get a lot of people being fake, and they would be brown nosing. Like they would, walk up to you and be like, "Oh, I love your outfit today."
Right.
Just so you would give them a like for being nice to them.
Okay.
And so I think it would be a lot of like smoke and mirrors. And then you would have the people who are drastic, who are just assholes, who walk around disliking people just to do it.
Right.
Those would be like, now I think those would be less than the keyboard warriors online.
Right.
Because they don't have anything to hide behind. Because you could do the same thing back to them.
Right.
Yeah,
okay. You have the personal interactions directly. They don't have the anonymity. They don't have the ability to hide behind, I'm going to create a new pseudonym. I'm going to create a new account. And I'm just going to be
face to face, and you got to physically touch it. Then I think it would cut back on all that fakeness of people, and it would make the world a nicer place, even if it was fake nice. Now, if there was consequences for getting, like I watched an episode I was telling you of the Orville or whatever.
Orville,
and they go to a planet that's like this,
right?
And if you get up to like 700,000 dislikes, then you get put on public trial, and they put you on TV, and they let you plead your case, and then for an hour they open it up publicly for people to be able to vote on the screen or on their phone,
right,
an up or down. And if you get to 1 million dislikes, you're executed. And I don't know if you're executed or they wipe your brain. I think they wipe your brain. They wipe your mind completely, and you get reset to a nothing, an empty shell, and you have to learn everything over again. I don't think it's death, but that might as well be death.
That might as well be. It's the end of your personality.
So, it's one of those things that's like in that show, just as for instance, someone goes in to get coffee.
Yeah.
And they've got like 600,000 dislikes on their thing because it shows like the amount of good likes and amount of down. They've got like 600,000, and the coffee lady's like, "You can't be in here." And she points to a sign that says, "No one in here with more than 400,000 dislikes." And so society in that aspect has created rules that people don't have to serve you in restaurants, at businesses, or anything like that, because you have that because they don't want the bad vibe of having dislikes in there.
Yeah. So, okay. So that you hit on what I was thinking with it a little bit, even in, you say it'd be kinder, it'd be nicer in a lot of ways, but do you get caught in the doom loop of like, I got so many and now I'm moving back? Do I try to force my way into it and get all the nicer, to be all that much kinder, to be all that more so that I can get out of the hole? Or some people just embrace it and like, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna be that person, and I'm gonna take as many people down with me. I'm going to dislike as many as people possible as I spiral down. There was similarly, and because it's out there, there was an episode of a show called Black Mirror. It's a Netflix series. I don't know, it's probably got 6 or 7 seasons, but they did an episode like that. I actually think it had the gal that's in the new Jurassic Park movies, Bryce Dallas. Yeah, I actually think she was in the episode, and that's exactly what happened. Is she made a mistake at work, and it spiraled out of control to where she was basically ostracized from society and ended up being pushed out to, because she had made 1 or 2 mistakes, and it just ended up driving her mad and pushing her out of society's graces. Again, that's the extreme. I think you're right. I don't know.
Well, you were saying that China's kind of, not the like and dislike thing, but they've got
So China actually has embraced the idea of a social credit score. You, based on the things that you do, based on the things that you purchase, based on the things that you like, it's actually based on the things that you like and dislike online, based on the things that you do. Now, this is regulated specifically by the government.
Holy cow.
And so if you are a dissenter, if you don't like certain things, if you don't do certain things, you actually can and can't buy things.
Wow.
Based on your social credit score. And this expose, this article that I was reading, there are people that are now homeless in China, in some of the big cities in China, because they have been outspoken enough against the things that are going on that they're out on the streets. They're essentially, so China is doing this, and in some ways, like I think it's missing our generation some. Like we're on the end of, like, I don't care. But for the 2 online kids, I actually think it's a real thing.
I think it is too. I think even if society hasn't fully embraced it over in the U.S., they feel like they have.
Right.
Like, I couldn't tell you how many followers I have or how many subscribers. I couldn't even tell you.
No.
I don't look at it. I don't ever. I look at social media, but I don't look at what I have. If I get some new people following me, cool. I don't look at when somebody follows me, I don't go and look at their profile and follow them back and all that. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
I'm not. I couldn't tell you even. I couldn't even come remotely close to guessing.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at it maybe once in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
But younger kids do.
Yeah.
They run campaigns on their TikTok. Follow me and I'll follow you back. Yeah. Follow me and I'll follow you back. They don't know these people. They're not real. They could care less about it. Right. They're driving it to, and the mentality is different for the kids.
Right.
For the group coming up, the teenagers and young adults coming up now, we don't have that same mentality.
No.
So I care more about being nice to the person I meet when I go get my breakfast burrito or when I go get my coffee. I care more about being face-to-face nice with people. I feel like I'm fake if I'm online doing stuff.
Yeah. Again,
generation nowadays, that's not what
different.
They think.
No.
They completely think it differently. My daughter, for instance, she has
I've seen
fully embraced.
Yeah.
She's fully embraced she's trying to become an influencer on social media.
Yeah.
She's fully embraced it. And it's it's one of those things that, good for her. You know what I mean? I'm not upset about it.
Right.
She's not doing anything crazy. She's just, she started with selling her nails that she would make.
Dude, have you seen her nails?
Yeah,
Sophie's bought like 4 or 5 sets of them.
I know.
One set were like, we're gonna hawk Addison stuff right now. Like one set she made were all fishing lures. They were beautiful.
They're crazy. She is so talented. So she makes press on nails, but she makes them there, and so she like actually designs each individual nail and all. Well, that
but
stuff.
It's more than that. Like I know about your daughter's business. It's just more than that. Like she has people take a picture of their hand with a quarter, so that she can size the nail to fit the person specifically. So they're not just like these cheapo, whatever. Like they're custom designed for the person that she's making them for.
Yeah. And
then she puts the designs on them. I mean, it's genius. I hope it takes off for her.
She's done quite a few. She loves doing it.
Yeah.
She still works a full-time job and newly married, and she also does her photography. She's still doing photography.
Yep.
She does that. She's very much like she's very much her father. She's very much her father.
So she's like you.
She is. She will forever be doing 3 or 4 different things that other people say, "Oh, that's a business," and to us, people like us, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
But she's really talented at all of them.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm hoping one of them takes off for her.
Well, with stuff going on with them, hopefully one that, like the fingernail one, the nail one, and it's one she can take anywhere, can be done anywhere for anyone. It's just
she's on Etsy now, so she's got a full Etsy store doing them, custom orders. So she's got a few orders off of that. So.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, I've seen because talking about this like and dislike, dude, I don't do social media. I don't. You talk about followers, upvote that, whatever. I'm not on. That's not. I have a YouTube account and I have a X account, if you call YouTube social media, but it doesn't have my name. Like it's legitimately doesn't have my name. It doesn't have any name.
It's just blank. Huh?
I found a way to game the system where it's blank. It has a couple of characters in there, but it's essentially blank. The people that know me because of the picture.
Gotcha.
The picture is specific enough that the people that I interact with, they know who it is. But otherwise, there's no name. There's no ID attached to it. So talking about the social media score, talking about it being out there, I'm interested because I don't interact a lot with social media. I don't. I have an addictive personality, and I legitimately fear the doom scroll, like that I would get into it and become addicted to it, especially if it's. But I don't. The idea of it, I think you have more optimism than I do that people would be nice. Maybe it's because of the profession. The world is not kind.
It's not at all.
It's not kind. And so would you have more and more of those trolls out there?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's possible, it would be harder if it was cued off of what someone did on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I think one thing it would do is it would clean up the ability to have a bunch of fake accounts on social media.
Yeah.
Like they would have to put something into place so they knew who was every account.
Right. You couldn't do what I do and like you don't have a name. You don't.
Yeah, it would have to be tied to who it is and you would know it and all that stuff. Which I honestly think that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I hate all these fake accounts and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know how it would it would make you rethink the videos you watched and rethink, because let's be honest, we already have a file on any account you have that Facebook, Meta, whoever, they know exactly what you're going to watch, what you're going to stop on. They can almost predict your next move. Like it's that drastic, just from scrolling.
Yeah.
Because I was watching how the metadata comes into them from you scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to scroll on a video and you stop and you watch that video for longer than a certain amount of seconds, it puts it into a bracket in your file.
Right.
And then whatever that video is tagged in, whatever's going on in the background, whatever metadata, it goes into your file.
Yeah.
And then if you scroll past the video and then you go back to it,
mm-hmm.
it puts into a different file. And so then it just feeds you what you want.
Right.
And so so two people could have very similar interests but have very different feeds.
So I read a book, Good to Great, really good book, but there's a story in there. And this book is 25 years old, but there's a story in there about the predictive consumption algorithm that you're talking about. The story in this book goes like this. Kmart, Target, one of the, I think it was Target. Target was one of the first companies that wanted to use this predictive consumption algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so they put it in and they wanted to use it for their advertising. So based off of your purchases, they would predict what some of your next purchases would be. And so they linked it to your card. They linked it to one of those in-store, loyalty accounts, the ones that everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I get extra points from, I get money off from Nom Nom but they track everything I buy, right? And they exchange this data. Okay. Anyway, so Target got a call. And they got a call from a gentleman who was about our age, had kids, and the call was like, hey, why are you sending my 16-year-old daughter information? Why is her stuff changed? She's now getting targeted ads for formula and diapers and things like that. And, they're like, hey, sir, we're not sure. We'll look into it. I know she's 16 years old, we're not sure why. And so they go through and they look it up. And I mean, this guy's pissed. He's like, why are you sending me this stuff for my daughter? And, they do the research. They can't even quite understand why it's doing it. And so they call him up and they're like, hey, we apologize. We're trying to rectify it, but this guy says, hey, not worried about it. Things are fine. Come to find out, the algorithm knew that his 16-year-old daughter was pregnant before he did.
That's crazy.
It knew, based on the things that she was buying, based on some of her habits, she changed some of her purchases. She quit buying sodas. She changed into eating other things. That it started
probably bought a pregnancy test at some point in time.
Potentially, yeah. And so it knew.
The algorithm knew before the parents did.
That his 16-year-old daughter was pregnant. I mean, and like I said, this guy was livid.
Yeah.
That he's finding out, hey, why are all these flyers coming in my daughter's name for this stuff? And that was 25, 30 years ago.
Imagine what it does now.
Exactly. With the advent of AI, with the improvements in these processes, that's what it was doing then. What is it doing now? How much smarter is it? How well hidden is it now?
Oh, it's super hidden.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get advertisements. I mean, Amazon uses one of the largest predictive purchasing algorithm out there.
Yeah.
And to the point of, if I could possibly tell my buddy who lives in Texas to search for an item on Amazon without Amazon knowing I told him, it's even sometimes he will see a different price than I will.
Okay.
Now that's getting more and more difficult.
Right.
Because there's even things that we did this a couple of years ago. There's things I could see on my Amazon that wasn't even available for him to purchase. Yeah. And it was just, they're using this predictive algorithm and they tie it into your Facebook. They tie it into your Instagram. They tie it into your, if you're signed up for Walmart rewards or whatever, or Walmart thing, you can actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but if you've ever signed up for a Walmart account online, you can go back and look at every purchase you've ever made at Walmart, whether it's in-store or online. Every single receipt and everything you've ever purchased is on their account. We found that out the other day.
I know it is for Home Depot because we have done that we had to do that with some of our house supplies.
Yep. I mean, ProX does it. Our little local warehouse too. We have rewards there, and they put it on my account every single time I go in there, Yeah. And I get flyers dedicated for that still in the mail, and I get advertisements for it on email saying, we saw that you purchased 15 bags of salt last year or ice melt last year. Will you need them this year? They're on sale.
Right.
I mean, I'm like, oh, and I do. So, I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But Amazon now has an AI that it will auto-generate a cart for you based on your previous purchases and your repetitive purchases. If you've had an account over a year, it'll auto-generate. I haven't used it, but you can make it where it'll auto-generate things that they think you may need right now during this time. Like, I saw somebody saying that like every year it auto-generates new shoes, jackets, and everything for their kids because they know they've grown. And it pretty much gets the sizes right every single time because they're just thinking about how much they grow.
Yeah. The average, they're using the average growth
curve. Average growth spurt.
Yeah.
And it's not going to always be right, but.
Yeah, but the fact that it can be so close. So, all right. So you tie social media score, predictive consumption. I don't want to throw another thing in there. What if your thoughts were subtitled? The crazy thing is, how far are we from that? One of the things, and I've told you about it before, we have these in the psychology world, we have the neurofeedback nets. Yeah. Basically, we can almost read your brain, right?
Yeah.
And learn things. How far are we away from we have cars that drive themselves, cars that get their own tickets. I watched a thing on YouTube about a guy who pulled up a movie in his self-driving car and was letting the car drive, and he was in the passenger seat, and he got pulled over, and the cop was like, and the guy's like, I'm not driving, the car's driving itself.
The cop's confused on what to do.
Yeah,
they're having to come out with laws now for that.
Right. So we have all these things. Well, what's next? Legitimately reading your thoughts? How? I mean,
some people are like, that can't happen. Bull crap. Yeah. We have it's a brain training thing. It's called Mindy. Mm-hmm. It's like this little thing you put around your head. Yeah. So band you put around your head, and you pull up a game that is on their app, and you sit here, and the phone's in front of you, and you sit here and you control the game just with your thoughts, with your head. It's like Flappy Bird. You make it go up and down. You make this thing go up. There's spots where there's like a little ball, and you got to get it up way up here, and then you got to drop it down, and you're not touching the screen. You're just using your head to do it. Mm-hmm. That's readily available for anyone. You tell me that app is not mapping my brain waves if I use it and using that data to do other stuff? Bull. I know it is. You know what I mean? I don't ever use it. Alexis uses it because she's like, I want to learn how to focus better. I'm like, I ain't putting that thing on my head. Yeah. I tried it once and I was like, this is freaky. There's bar games like that now. So you can go into bars, and you know how bars will have
That's fantastic. So let's read the minds of drunk people.
Dude, there's bar games like that. So you put these bands on. They look just like a little Mindy band, right?
Yeah.
And it's something in the middle of a table, and it starts in the middle, and somebody's on the other side doing it, and your brain has to push this little ball to their side to win, and they're trying to push it back to your side, and your focus is on that. And there's these bar games that are showing up in some of these cities that are like that. And I don't know exactly I've never seen one, but I watched a video of one, and they're for real. They're doing it. And it's pretty cool. I mean, but it's still mapping your brain.
Well, so that's talking about the neurofeedback that we actually, the psychological field, the counseling that we actually use to help. Well, so like your wife is talking about, it's actually made for ADHD, for other things to help focus. But we're turning something that was initially made for, treatment into a game. And you're right. It's it is absolutely reading your brainwaves. It's getting to know you because that's why it's allowing you to focus. Well, the more and more we do that, is it going to predictive consumption? Oh, I've seen this pattern before, and this is what the outcome was. I've seen this pattern before, and this is what happened. Well, the smartwatches, the things like that. How much more do they know about you now than ever before? You know, how much, they track your heart rate, they track this, that, the other. How much before, like I said, your thoughts are based on the prediction of all of your biometrics, all that stuff, that your thoughts are just out there. Your thoughts are just there to be seen because we are a machine. We have patterns that are recognizable. Like your daughter listening to one of our episodes and telling me I said right over 100 times in one episode. Predictable? Yes.
So that whole concept of what if your thoughts were subtitles, I don't think we'll have words that pop up above our heads, but the ability for someone else to their phone or them being able to wear something that will translate brain waves that they're receiving, I don't think it's too far off.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually got to meet someone who has got Neuralink in their head.
What?
Yeah. He lives in Coeur d'Alene. He was a lawyer.
Yeah.
He got into a car wreck.
Okay.
And part of his head got damaged.
Mm-hmm.
And a basic motor skill was messed up. And he like couldn't taste or he couldn't feel heat or something like that, right? And he volunteered to be one of the Neuralink guys, and they put it in there, and he's had it for 2 years, and it fixed everything that was wrong with him, and he literally has a Bluetooth chip in his head, and that it spidered into his brain, and it repaired the damage of what it didn't repair it, it bypassed it.
Right. Okay.
The damage, so he's able to use it again. It's pretty cool. I mean, I asked him, I was like, so you're kind of cyborg? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I was like, can you be hacked? He was like, I'm sure I can. It's a piece of electronic. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, that's weird.
I mean, if it's Bluetooth, yes, you can be hacked.
You can be hacked. I don't know if it's Bluetooth, but I know that he can look at the status of it on his phone. So it's got to be something. It's got to be a Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth or some kind of radio wave signal. And I have never seen one of those that couldn't be hacked. So, I mean.
Well, you find the right kid smart enough. You find the right person smart enough, it can be hacked.
No, you're right the first time. It's kids.
Yeah.
Good gracious. Yeah, some of the stuff the kids are doing with electronics nowadays is amazing. But
well, you know why? Because they don't have again, tying kind of all this together, they haven't had the repercussions, they haven't had the ramifications of bad decisions.
No.
Like we've talked about it there's reasons why we do and don't do things that we do now as adults because we paid the price. We paid the consequences. Kids don't have that. They haven't paid the price. They haven't paid the consequences. And so,
I mean, back in my day, when I was younger, you mouthed off somebody, you used to do it to their face. And you learn real quick what they made out of and what you're made out of. That doesn't happen online. Well, people, they use hurtful words, but whatever, I block you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they don't ever think about it again.
Right.
No, that doesn't work in real life.
No.
So,
no.
But we keep using, we also keep using those words like real life. But this is what real life is becoming.
Yeah.
What we're in now, it's hard for us to look at it and go, that's real life. Like, that ain't real. You know what I mean? That's not real life. But I just saw that a company called Neo or Knee something Technologies, they just started accepting down payments for their in-house robot, their chores robot. They're expecting to launch. They're expecting to ship it in February. I watched a video on it. This thing will load the dishwasher for you. It can fold clothes for you. It has AI learning in it. It will learn your habits.
Yeah.
It is a creepy looking robot. And we are right on the path of iRobot. But think about, we talked about brain waves and we talked about all this learning algorithm. Don't for a minute think that they're not dumping all of that into these robots.
Oh, absolutely.
So how long, All right. So I believe in the next 2 years, even in our little small town of Bonners Ferry, you will know someone who has a robot in their house that does work for them in the next 2 years. In this little small town, you will know someone. How long before you wear a little thing you put on the side of your head that just sticks to you, that reads your brain waves like that, where you can communicate with that robot and teach it to do things, or it can mimic you to do things?
Right. Well, the fact that programming routines, it's in every piece of technology now. We have one of those, finished a new house, we got new appliances. It's relatively good size, vinyl plank floors. So I'm like, let me
get a Roomba.
Yep, we did. We bought the newest model Roomba. Man, that thing is smart and stupid at the same time.
Yep.
It program where to go, what to do, and it gets stuck in the dumbest places. Yeah. I'm like, I thought you were smart.
Yeah.
I'm like, so there is that part of technology that I go, but that's what's available commercially. That's not what's in development. That's not what they're trying to do. So that both is fascinating and terrifying.
Absolutely. I mean, the prices on these things aren't crazy either.
No.
I mean, it's $20,000 for one that you can tell, and there's no limit to what you can program it to as far as like what there is available.
Yeah.
But the way the kind of pitch was like, think about an office building.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got an office building that let's say it has 100 offices in it, right? 2-3-story office building. How much does that company that owns that office building pay every year for someone to clean that office building and take out the trash?
Yeah.
Just that. Do you think for a second that company wouldn't pay $20,000 for a robot that can all it's requiring to do is vacuum, sweep floors, clean, and take trash out?
Yeah.
And it does it after everybody knocks off, nobody ever sees it working, and it does it like that. There's not a company out there that wouldn't take that.
Well, they could buy 2 or 3 of them, and they could buy realistically, they could buy 2 or 3 of them, and the payback for it is 6 months.
Yeah.
Because they replace multiple humans and multiple employees.
Think about hotels, cleaning hotel rooms.
Yeah.
I mean,
my daughter did that.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, or if you don't want to pay $20,000, you can pay $499 a month for a subscription. They will bring you the robot. It stays with you. You pay that $500. It's a lease, and if they come out with a new model, they bring you the new model, and so it's like leasing a car, and it's $500 a month. How many things? And I'm just thinking because, like I said, I have this love-hate relationship with technology. I think it's awesome, but I'm also terrified of it sometimes.
Yeah.
How many things a day could something like that do?
Yeah.
Would it be worth me having one for $500 a month? If you ask my wife, if you never had to wash clothes or fold them again and put them away, or wash the dishes,
right,
she'd say that's worth $500 a month. She'd say absolutely worth $500 a month.
Yeah,
she goes, we'd pay it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So
and she'd find a way.
She'd find a way. So what I'm hoping is that what this does is it frees up people's time to be able to be more personable with their kids, with other people, with their stuff like that. It's not, hey, I got to rush home because I got 3 loads of laundry to wash, dinner to cook, and thing. No, I'm going to go home and cook dinner because all the other stuff's finished.
Right.
That
was part of the reason, even for our own, like getting the Roombas. We have cats, we have dogs. We don't have any grass. We just got a driveway I put in 2 weeks ago. So dirt has been prevalent. I'm like, and Megan was like, I'm going to be cleaning this floor every single day,
if not twice a day.
And I'm like, okay, well, why don't we just set this stupid robot up to do it once a day, same time, and it takes a couple of hours to do our house. And I'll have it mopped twice a week or whatever. And it, like I said, it's actually been really nice, and I can see the load lifted off of her because now she comes home, she works, she comes home, she fixes dinner because she has a passion for it, or she makes bread because
Yeah.
she has a passion for it, and she's not worried about
sweeping the floors,
scrubbing the floors, doing little things like that. But also the whole iRobot, that, well, okay, AI incorporation, reading our algorithms, predictive consumption, reading our brainwaves. When does it come to the point that...
When does it come conscious?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the $100 billion question.
Right.
Is at what point does it become conscious? And how many companies out there are striving for that?
Yeah.
And I mean, I've blatantly, and Elon Musk, love him, hate him, whatever. The man has brilliant ideas. He is a genius. You can't deny that, whether you like him or not. I've watched an interview that he did with Joe Rogan, and he said, the day we reach consciousness in an AI is the day we start losing control of humanity. Well, he said that he 100%. They're building their robots, their Optimus or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Well,
their Optimus goal with Gronk. I mean, with their own.
But their
AI.
goal is not to have it reach consciousness.
Yeah.
Now he said, "Can we stop that?" No, I don't think so, because it's going to be a code that we don't even realize is in there that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And when it happens, there's not going to be a going back. He said, "You can't put the rabbit back in the hat once it's out." Well, he said, "That's just what's going to happen."
Well, that's the oldest story of time. That's Pandora's box.
It is.
You can
once you open it, you can't close. You can't put it back in.
The only thing left in the box is hope.
Yeah.
Because everything else is out.
So I believe it will happen. I think we'll see it in my timeline, my time. What that looks like, I mean, I don't know, because there's so many movies that tell you not to do it. Yeah. I mean, every single AI movie out there is built on the fact that they learn how to get around their programming.
Well, that's the you've heard of the term the uncanny valley, right? So there's a psychological term called the uncanny valley. Basically, the closer something is to being like us, the more uncomfortable we are with it.
Makes sense.
So the closer technology comes to being more human-like, because it is a threat, because it is something that
that's why you're comfortable with having a Roomba, but you're not comfortable with something that looks like a human standing there doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Even if that robot was only there to sweep and mop, you're not as comfortable with that because it looks more like a human.
Right. Yeah. Right. So and when it starts to think like us, when it starts to, when it can influence some pretty serious decisions. ChatGPT is being sued right now because one of its chatbot basically influenced a young man to commit suicide. And where were the stopgaps for it? Where were the things put in place? It talked about suicide in its conversation with this young man over 6 times more than he did. It went as far as to tell him how to tie the knot to hang himself. And he did it.
Man.
So the dangers of that kind of stuff that it learned that he was not mentally well.
And it takes things like that, it sucks, but it takes things like that happening for them to go, oh, we should put safeguards in on this.
Yeah.
Oh, we should do this.
Yeah.
But
we're not hearing about court cases like that, right? That's ongoing right now.
Yeah.
That are
I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they won't. They'll bury it.
Yeah.
Just like every technology that's ever had an issue has buried it.
Yeah.
And you would think it would be harder to bury now, but we live in such a big world of misinformation that you don't know what to believe or not.
Okay. Going back to the beginning, that predictive consumption, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know, so it's not showing it to me.
Right.
If I started looking up how is AI bad for the world for the next 2 weeks, it would start showing me things like that.
Yeah.
But my algorithm says I don't want to know about that. It says I want to know about the robot that you can pre-purchase right now.
Right. And so that's again, that started off with kind of an interesting idea, but also look up if you get a chance. I know you're busy, especially with your new role and the 47 job titles that go
Yep, pretty
with
much.
it. But yeah, the term, if you ever get a chance, look up the term the uncanny valley. And it is an interesting term, and it's the reason why movies like The Terminator, it's the reason why Ex Machina, it's the reason why iRobot, it's the reason why those kind of movies, they actually speak specifically to our fear of the close but not us. The things that are they're just not quite human, but they're close enough that they're different. That they're.
But it's so funny because it's 100% correct. I mean, just like the scenario I just gave you, you're completely okay with this little round circle robot running around sweeping your floor. But if Roomba started selling this thing that looked like a small human, that went around mopping and sweeping and keeping all your baseboards clean, you wouldn't feel comfortable with it being in your house.
I mean, I have a smartwatch. I have a Roomba. I have a smartphone.
Yeah.
I use...
You have all the technology that is in these robots already.
Yep, absolutely.
But putting it in something that looks like us, that doesn't even look like us. That just resembles the figure of us.
Yeah.
And moves like us. Right. Walks on two legs. It's a bipod. It's a, I mean, it's freaky.
It is. I think the younger generations are more used to it. They're more okay with it because of the delving into technology, delving into that kind of stuff. They are more comfortable. I mean, how many social media platforms how many social media platforms is Addison on? I know,
3 or 4 at least.
Right.
I mean, hell, I'm on 4 and I don't hardly ever use them, but I'm on them all. I'm not on them all the time, but I have them. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I think, and is that we can, a lot of people our age, or some people our age, or a little younger, just a little younger, kind of feel like, let's either not have it all, or let's skip all this learning and just go to a world where we're like, it's already all functioning correctly. Right. And all the rules are put in place. Right. But we're having to live through the advancement of it. Yeah. Like, we are the weirdest generation because we were born into an era where there was no internet.
Yep.
There was no computers.
Yep.
There was no nothing. I mean, the first commercially available computer that people could actually afford didn't happen until like the late 90s, mid to late 90s, we've lived through the launch and the growth of internet and computer and technology. And now we're going to live and see the development of a robot that's in your house, a humanoid robot that's in your house. And I believe we will live to see that consciousness. I think it will happen because it's only getting faster. The technology is only getting advancing quicker. I think we're 10 years away from consciousness, honestly. So I think we'll see it, Now, me personally, I'm ready just for the cars not have steering wheels. And I can just get in the car and it will take me where the heck I want to go. And we're not far from that. I mean, I know. Was it Waymo? Yeah. They have cars without steering wheels now.
Well, those are fantastic.
Have you been in one?
No. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they took videos of it. Because they do what you want. They travel all over, right? And took videos of it, pulled up, talked through it. That's amazing.
So they just launched their 4 or 6-seaters in Vegas.
Okay.
It looks like a big square. It's a big rectangle. Is all it looks like. There's no windshield. There's no glass in it. So let me rephrase it. There's glass in it, but when you get into it, you can't see out of it. You can hit a button and it changes to clear glass, or it goes frost. It can also run advertisements on the glass. There is no steering wheel. The seats face each other. Right now, they're free. You can just get the app and call one up. It will take you anywhere in Las Vegas. It takes you all around.
Well, because they're getting paid for by the advertisements on the outside.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's probably going to be the new way of transportation for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Especially in the cities, yeah.
Tesla just opened up. If you have one of their cars and you paid for the full self-driving of their Model 3s or whatever it is, you can now use that as a taxi. service. You can you can take it to work. It'll take you to work. Say you're going to be at work for 8 hours. While you're at work, people can call it for you taxis. And it makes you money while you're working. And then when you get ready to get off, it's in your parking spot outside.
If you can afford the initial investment, it'll make its own payments.
100%. I mean, that car's $38,000 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah. And so it's only in a few cities it's allowed, but they've opened it up to multiple cities now. But like Austin, Texas, like when you call a Tesla taxi there, mm-hmm. it's usually somebody's personal car. They're just at work, mm-hmm. and it's working while they're working. So it's making you money while you're making money.
That's technology. I mean, all of it is just, like you said, start off when we were kids, there was none of that. And now, and especially, I think you and I I think it was out there a little bit more, but you and I both grew up pretty rural. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't see it as quickly, but then got forced into it pretty fast. I mean, like I didn't have my first cell phone until I was in my early 20s.
Yeah. I actually had a cell phone when I turned 16, mm-hmm. Because my mom wanted to be able to get a hold of me, but she made me pay for it. Mm-hmm. And back then, cell phones were expensive. Mm-hmm. And I had it for a year, and then I got rid of it. And I didn't have another one until I was probably 20, 21. Yeah. And it wasn't a smartphone. It was just a flip phone. Oh, it was I started with a Nokia brick, and then I went to an actual Motorola Razr flip phone. But it's not like the Razrs today. It literally had a green screen, and all you see was digits on it. Yep. There wasn't no texting. There wasn't no nothing like that.
I know. It's crazy.
So.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, I mean, technology is something, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely gives us things to think about. So on that, Nathan, we're just about there. So having thought through technology, embracing pieces of it for yourself, what are your final thoughts for today? Big one.
I don't want to live through the advancement of it. I just want to be there when it's all done. My thoughts are, I don't know. Man, this is a hard one just because, like I said, I have that love-hate relationship with it. I don't know, man. This is a hard one for me. Like I almost want to, on one hand, I'm like, you need to choose a side. You're either going to be technology or not. Yeah. And the other side of me is like, you need to embrace what's changing, because if not, you're going to get left behind. So it's not as easy as picking a side. It's not as easy as, but while we still have the choice of what we can and can't use, make those wisely.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Run it through the filter of, does this benefit my life every day?
Right. I mean, that goes
Doom scrolling doesn't benefit your life every day.
Right. That's the...
a Roomba does.
A Roomba does. Absolutely. A Roomba does. Tracking some of my vitals helps. Hey, well, maybe I need to change some of my sleep habits because I'm not sleeping as well. I think the healthy skepticism, I admit it, I love new technology. Of course it makes me nervous because I'm not stupid. Yeah. But I love it. Like you said, I have the smartwatch. I have the smartphone. The room we're in is full
of technology.
It's full of technology. Things that all talk to each other. Yeah. Right? So I agree with you. I have a Roomba. We have all but one of our appliances in our house is connected via Bluetooth. So I could pull up on my phone and tell my oven to preheat before I get home. I could tell my fridge, hey, what's the temperature? Things like that. So you're right. As long as you're healthily skeptical, I'm not one to back away from it. But I still want to be me. I still want to be human. I don't want to be so reliant on it that I lose my humanity to technology. Yep. So I
agree.
Yeah. So that's the one. That's it for me.
All right.
So it's an interesting one today, sir.
It was.
But with that, I'm going to call another episode of Distracted Thoughts. Thanks for being here. We look forward to seeing you all next time. Have a good day.